Hey everybody, it's just Faster X. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Ruby. Are you getting deja vu right now? Because I'm getting deja vu right now. Anyways, now that we have... Basically, once you trigger that Team Magma and Team Aqua encounter in Meteor Falls, you can now go on to a different area, which is getting attacked by Geodudes, the game. No, not really. Yeah, sometimes that happens when you use Rock Smash. It's very rare. I mean, it's not very rare. It's uncommon. Anyways, once you do that, you can go up to this area, which was previously blocked off by Team Magma Grunts. And we get to go on a cable car. I kind of wish they had one of these on my college campus, honestly. Because there's so many, like, hills and stairs and stuff. And sometimes I'm just so tired I don't want to walk. Even walking to my bus stop when I'm tired can be difficult. Ultimate first world problems here, but I know, but... Alright, so as you can see, there's a whole bunch of Team Magma and Team Aqua guys battling it out with these Poochyena. Because it's funny how they both just exclusively use Poochyena and nothing else. We of Team Magma are working hard for everyone's sake. Like, if there's more land, there'd be more places to live. Thomas Jefferson would be happy. If you don't understand that reference, Thomas Jefferson basically was against, like, America becoming more industrial and wanted America to sort of live as farmers, which would make the society more equal, but it's also unsustainable because over time the population would outgrow the amount of land we had, which is why he was responsible for buying the Louisiana Purchase, because it allowed the whole farming society to continue on for longer. At the end, Alexander Hamilton did win, and America became very industrialist, for better or for worse. Yeah, so this guy, Tabitha, is actually supposed to be like a semi-important character. I think there's always like gender confusion because Tabitha sounds like a girl's name, but there's a guy's model here. I don't remember what they did with this character in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. They made like the admins have like much greater roles on that game. But also, I played Alpha Sapphire, so I don't really... I lost. Alright, and here we go. This is the big boss, who we briefly met in Slateport City. By amplifying its power with the machine, Mount Chimney's volcanic activity will instantly intensify. The volcano will erupt, spewing lava that will cool and harden. It will expand the landmass. I don't think it actually will. If you look at a map of this region, well, I'll go over this after the battle, how about that? Because there is a battle happening, which is actually quite a difficult one under most playthroughs. Although I think I'll probably be fine given that I have a Swampert, which basically instant wins me any battle I enter. This guy also has a really cool theme song. Let's just listen to it for a little bit. Yeah, there's a reason why Ruby and Sapphire are known for its use of brass sections. Or, I guess, the MIDI brass section. I put the brain in the robot, you know what I mean. So yeah, that was Magmalita Maxi. Whatever. I will give up our plans for Mount Chimney for the time being. But no one can ever stop us. Team Magma will prevail. Don't you ever forget that. Ruby, thank you. With your help, we thwarted Team Magma's destructive plan. But this victory doesn't mean the end of their evil plans. We will remain vigilant and keep up our pursuit of Team Magma. Ruby, we shall meet again. So let's go ahead and take the meteorite out. I might do something with it later. I might forget to. We'll see. I'm not really that concerned about it, because once again, Sapphire. If you ever see me specifically like overlook a part of the game and not do it, the answer is, the explanation for this can be just Sapphire, and that's pretty much all you need to know, because to have material for that Let's Play. And here you get like a choose your own adventure, where you get to choose which trainer to battle. I'm gonna go for this one. So this place says Jagged Pass. Which is apparently hard to walk on. You can traverse this area pretty easily if you have an acro bike, but I don't. I should have switched when I was back in Mobile, but I totally forgot to. So, well, it sucks to suck. Okay, let me speed through these. I didn't speed up for the Team Magma encounters because that's like mildly important, but for these guys, I don't really care. I probably will speed through most of the later Team Magma ones too, because it gets to a point in the game where you just like are fighting hordes of them. Alright, die. And of course I'm asleep. But I woke up, so it's alright. You see what I mean about strength being useful? It's oftentimes useful to have at least one like normal type move. Just to cover anything which resists like your stab moves. Not necessarily in the metagame, but in the because in the metagame there's better stuff you could be doing with your movesets, but in whenever you're just doing a casual run, I usually put at least one normal type move in my Pokemon, unless I just have really good movesets that can cover a lot of stuff. Just for it has normal type, it has really good neutral coverage. Not quite as good as Dragon, but probably second place as far as like it can hit almost anything for neutral coverage, except for Steel, Ghost, and Rock. It's not super effective against anything though. And Dragon is similar. It's only super effective against other Dragon types, and it's only resisted by Steel, and Fairy is immune to it. But other than that, it hits everything neutrally. But Dragon's also a very difficult move type to come by. Anyways, I can probably skip through the gym underlings too, because like, who cares? And so this is the gym of Flannery, who's quite popular with the fans. And in the manga, there was a scene where Flannery and Sapphire like took a bath together, I think. I don't really know what the point of that was, other than fan service. Because, you know, Japan is very well known for having fan service moments in even like children's media. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with that, but we don't need to get into the controversies. Alright, so since I have a water and ground type Pokemon as my lead, and soul Pokemon, this fire type themed gym is not going to be too much of a challenge. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the trainers out of the way. Alright, so now that I'm out of muddy water again, I'm going to use another ether to save me the trouble of going all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Because I'm definitely going to need that for the final fight, which is Flannery. Welcome! No, wait. Puny Trainer, how good to see you've made it here. I have been entrusted with the... No, wait. I am Flannery, and I'm the gym leader here. Dare not underestimate me, though I have been leader for only a short time. With skills inherited from my grandfather, I shall, demonstrate the hot moves we have honed on this land. So yeah, you need. As you can tell, she hasn't really quite got her speech down yet, but she's normally actually a very difficult fight. Of course, if you chose MaDKIP as your starter, she's not a difficult fight. As long as your MaDKIP is... even sometimes if you do choose MaDKIP, it can be quite a challenge if you don't have anything else which can go up against fire types. Because these things can... Her last Pokemon can dish out a ton of damage, which can even take down like a level 30 something Marshtomp. But I'm so over leveled that uh-oh, hold on. Maybe I might be about to... Gosh dang it! Here we go. Okay. First, is this going to be the first challenging battle in the whole game? Because I'm getting very unlucky here. Okay, that didn't do a ton of damage. I was expecting it to do something else. Alright, no, there we go. Okay. Got me scared for a minute. I mean, this is probably the first trainer since like May to get off a single attack on me, so I'll call that impressive. Honestly, you have my respect, Stark. Whenever I'm done, half of Lava Ridge Town will remember you. I mean, that's not how the quote goes at all, but we're just gonna roll with that because. Actually, I'm going to try and see if I can do 2 gyms in this one video. Because then there's not a lot of turnaround between... Anyways, yeah, so now I can use the HM strengths outside of battle. Which sure... At first seems like it's not really used for anything, but... Much later in the game, we're going to be glad we have that. You just wait and see. Anyways, so we exit the gym, and we get accosted. Hi, Ruby. Long time no see. Oh, while I was visiting the hot springs, you got the Love Ridge Gym badge. You must have caught good Pokemon. No, I guess you raised some. No, okay, now that's interesting. I wonder if this line of dialogue changes depending on what your Pokedex progress is. I guess it would be okay for you to have this. Gives it to me. Why are you being all tsundere, May? I mean, that's very much in character for her, so... And, as you can see, she also got a free bike from that one dude. Or I guess we don't technically know if it was free. Maybe she got like a... I don't know, like a... I was gonna say like a scholarship, but that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, there's actually very little turnaround to the next gym, though I do want to do one thing before we go there, which is now available to us because we have the Go Goggles, which is the aforementioned desert area. Wow, I'm just mowing through this game. This is like episode 5. I didn't realize this Let's Play was going to be this short. I knew it was going to be on the short side compared to most Pokemon Let's Plays just because of the whole solo MaDKIP gimmick. Anyway, so let's speed through these battles. So I'm actually also very lucky here because this area has a constant sandstorm happening which damages all Pokemon that aren't ground, steel, or rock type. And where's that hidden item? There we go. And Swampert here just so happens to be a ground type, so I have nothing to fear. However, what I do have to fear is Sandstorm also triggers the ability Sand Veil, which Sandshrew and Sandslash can have, as well as Cacnea, a Pokemon we'll probably be running into at some point. So we might have some accuracy issues here. But thankfully, if I run out of PP, we still have that old lady nearby who I'm actually going to go to now because I'm poisoned. So this is just very nice placement of a healing NPC in general. Even after the initial run through of this area, she's still quite useful because this is much closer than Mauville City. Excuse my sniffling. I'm just always sniffling. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a shortcut back. I don't know, I guess you could debate on whether this counts as a shortcut, but anything with the mock bike. Actually, I should register the mock bike. No, I'll just keep the Outfitter. I kind of need that. If you come over here, you get something that's actually pretty important to the grander scale of world events. Hi, Cacnea. I've always liked Cacnea. Anyway, so come over here, there's 2 fossils. You can only choose one of them, which means that I'll be choosing a root fossil in this game, but in Sapphire I'll be choosing the other one. This is one of the things that you have to plan out though if you're doing a 100% run of any particular generation, or really just this one, or Gen 1, because for the most part these are handled differently. Anyway, so let's just breeze through this trainer. Who cannot win on Spirit alone, it seems. That's sad. Isn't there an item on that one particular rock? There sure is. Yeah, you want to come over here because there's an item here. This place is just rich with items. It's kind of nice. And there's a Sandshrew here. And I got Sand Attacked, which is a really annoying move, especially early in the game, but thankfully I got through it anyway. And here's Trapinch, which is another Pokemon I like. Or really I like its evolutions, but Trapinch itself is also kind of cool. And you battle this guy. Yeah, this Sandvale stuff is giving me quite a bit of trouble here that I didn't really expect. Actually, I did expect it. I pointed it out at the beginning of the video. Ha! I'm a prophet. I can now predict that if the United States doesn't legalize online gambling, there will be some sort of storm that hits the East Coast at some point in the next 10 years. Get me on TV, folks. This is Excess Master X, who successfully was able to predict Hurricane Omar. I don't know. So yeah, the interesting thing about this area, and I'm not sure how they coded this, is that this area has its own music despite being part of an existing map. So that's always, just from a game designer's perspective, I'm kind of curious about how they did that. Because I've played around with Advanced Map before, and I have no idea how you would do that in Advanced Map. And in here, at the bottom we have TM37, which is for a Sandstorm. The move which causes a sandstorm to pop up for 5 turns, instead of it just being constant like it is here. And now that we're done with the desert, let's go and take on the 5th gym. But that's going to require a bit of backtracking, because the 5th gym is actually our father, which was quite a while ago in the game whenever we battled him. But the easiest way to get back there is come down, come to the cycling road here. And let's see if we can get another good run of this. No, apparently not. Okay, never mind. I pretty much already messed myself up. You won't get the best message unless you have 0 collisions. And now that we have... Wait, we don't have access to Surf. I was thinking that I had Surf already, but I don't, so... This is awkward. Can I still use Mr. Briny? Yes, I can. Excellent. This is probably the easiest way to get back in. Did you see that boat? We're gonna go there in the next episode. Or actually, we might go there in this one, depending on how quickly the gym is. I don't really plan on... Well, okay, whatever. We'll get there when we get there. Alright, and now we're here. Now it's time to finish what you started. So here's the gimmick of this gym. There's a bunch of doors. Speed room. You go into the speed room, and then you get high on ecstasy. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Speed is methamphetamine, not ecstasy. Whatever. Something like that. And this guy sends out a Delcatty. And I send out Swampert. And then this guy uses the next speed. And then I use Muddy Water, and the battle ends. And that's basically the gimmick of this gym. Each trainer has a little item which they use. Zero Reduction Room, which I think he uses the guard spec in this room. Let's see. Yep, guard spec. I saw it. This is actually normally like probably the most difficult gym in the game. And it still might give me a bit of a challenge even now. Even with how hilariously overleveled I am. Because it just is that hard. So that's the attack room. And this is the gym leader's room, but I'm gonna try and clear out all of these smaller rooms before I go in there. I like to do that. Starting with this one. Defense of my boy Reggie. So this is the defense room. Not like it mattered at all in the end. You really need a special defense gym or room too. Except I don't think there's an X special defense in this generation. I think it was still X special, which would boost both special attack and special defense. And this guy uses a, which is a holdover. If you didn't know, that's a holdover from Gen 1, in which they were both the same stat that was called special. And I think there's just like a couple more rooms I need to get into. Okay, I'm speeding up too much now. I need to chill. Accuracy room. It's pretty nasty whenever you attack lands without fail, sure. But it is also pretty nasty when you can't attack. And this is the recovery room. Which is a guy who just spams Hyper Potion on us, I'm pretty sure. But you can get around that by just taking them out in one shot. Alright, so now let me go heal so that I can get Muddy Water back up to max PP. And then we'll take on the gym leader. I always thought the music in this town was like kind of funny. I don't really know why. I just remember making like weird insulting lyrics to it when I was in 2nd grade. Playtime exactly 5 hours. You know, there's some game sessions or some Pokemon play sessions where I can get to like 5 hours before I even tackle the first gym, and here I am like halfway through the game. In case you're wondering how that's possible, it's whenever I try to catch every single Pokemon in like all the areas and then like raise them all to a certain level, because I sometimes do that when I feel like being really sadistic. I guess it'd be masochistic because I'm doing it to myself. Anyways, so yes, I do have 4 gym badges. I'm about to get 5. Get ready to die, Dad. No, not die. Not really. Norman's actually kind of like not a great father in the manga. As you see, not quite a one-hit KO. And this slocking actually has like really good stats, but it is checked by the fact that it has the ability Truant, which allows it to attack only once every other turn. So this would normally be an extremely difficult battle, just because the slocking can like murder everything you send out. He protect, but also he attack. Except in this case, he don't protect. And then here's Vigoroth, which is the pre-evolution of slocking, which is the evolution of slack off. Whoa, bet you didn't know that. Just kidding, you probably did. That thing's probably the least worrying of the three. Actually, probably the first slocking is the hardest, because this one's gimmick is that it uses Focus Punch, which, so as long as you keep up the assault, it usually isn't as bad as the first one. Also, Norma was using good AI there by healing during the loafing around turn. Was that first one, but... So yeah, it did quite a bit of damage to me. Much more than most trainers are able to. But I still won. That's right. I have surpassed my father, who gives me the balance badge. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And he also gives me a TM, which I'll never use. Anyway, so pay attention to this. He says, as a father, it makes me both happy and a little sad. It's odd. Ah, yes. Wally's parents came calling earlier. They had something to give you. You have to actually go meet with them, or else you'll basically be stuck in the game and never able to progress. And that's why it's important to pay attention to dialogue. Because they give you one of the most important items in the whole game. Maybe the most important. So you talk to the father. And he gives you HMO 3, which we're going to be teaching to Swampert immediately. And that is the famous surf move, which allows you to surf on the water, which enables you to access half of the region, because there's a lot of water in this region. It also has the exact same power as Muddy Water and better accuracy. I was actually wrong about the accuracy of Muddy Water. I said it was 90%, but it's actually 85. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more in this episode, just because there is one more thing I wanted to do. Now, normally I would go on like a marathon tour of the whole region at this point in the game, and just like basically do everything I can with Surf and like battle all of the trainers. Because there's a crap ton of trainers you can fight now that you have Surf that are on the oceans where we previously sailed past with Mr. Briny. But I'm so over leveled that I don't really see the point in doing this. But so I'm just going to kind of cherry pick a couple spots I want to grab something. I want to grab stuff in. Such as this area over here, where you can find a bunch of random items just kind of laying around. I think it's just the purpose of this area is just to sort of get you into surfing. Yeah, I know. And then I'm also going to go ahead and... Oh yeah, after you get surfed, Mr. Briny just dies. I forgot about that. Well, I am going to be going back through this route. I'm going to try to ignore as most of the trainers as I can just to save time. Because once again, I really don't need the experience. I mean, I'm already like level 50. Level 46, whatever, I was close enough. Luckily, most of them are pretty easily skippable. That guy might shock you if you weren't paying attention. Actually, while I'm here, I want to show one interesting thing. Is once you get Surf, if you come into Dewford Town and come into this house, you can talk to this guy who gives you Sludge Bomb, which is actually a pretty good TM for certain Pokemon. But I'm not going to be using it, obviously. If Swampert can't learn it, it's worthless in my eyes. So let's continue on our ocean quest. And we reached this boat, which I pointed out earlier. And normally I'd explore this whole thing, but for right now I just want to pick up one little item that I'll be interested in using later. Which is behind that locked door. But you can get in there by coming over here, coming into this room, and finding the storage key. And also this guy like talks about some not Sylph Scope, the scanner or something, but you can ignore him. There's a bunch of trainers in these rooms as well, but I don't really care about them. All I care about is getting in here and getting TM13 Ice Beam. I'm not going to use it on Swampert, but, well, you'll see later what I'm actually going to use it for. And yeah, that's actually all I really wanted to do before progressing with the game. There's a couple like hidden items you can find along the way here. Let's see here. Like, is there something here? No. There's something somewhere around here. Okay, here we go. It's on that left little rock. Rare candy. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of... Usually on these ocean routes, you'd run into nothing but Tentacle. But in this game, they just had to mix it up by making it so you run into nothing but Tentacle and Wingull. Which honestly is an improvement. Also, they also made the surfing speed a lot faster in this game than it is in most games. Which is probably a change they made, basically... because there's so much water in this game and I didn't want the game to go on forever. They tried to make the ocean routes slightly less frustrating, so I do appreciate that. And I don't know if you can pick up... One of my roommates is practicing his bass. I don't know if it's getting picked up by the mic or not. So hopefully I don't get like random copyright infringement. What was it? Okay, sorry, I was gonna hop back on my bike. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna not bother with the trick house in this run, because, like, I think that doing it would be more trouble than it's worth, considering I actually kind of want to just like forego using cut completely, if I can. So that I can keep a strong ground move on my Swampert. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be possible, but we'll see. Anyways, so I think I'm going to call the episode here. I don't remember exactly how long the last one went on, but once again, ending in Mobile City. So next time we'll be going in a different direction. So yeah, next time Pokemon Ruby, I will go to the east, where our people go to hunt tigers and feast.